but your current sphere is not big enough. What are you going to do? Well, you need to make new friends. So the best way to do that is through cold calling. I use RedX to call expireds, for sale by owners, for rent by owners, circle prospect, and you can too. Go to theredx.com/fight club and get your setup fee waived. Look, we know you're stuck. So I'm here with Kyle Davis on the one single thing that he did that got him unstuck. Hey, Kyle, how's it going today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good. Hey, thanks for being on. So we actually met in Oklahoma City, which is where your team is based out of in Oklahoma, right? At Keller Williams.
Yep.
And we were with our coach, John Kitchens. Hey, John, shout out. To give us some context around this idea of being stuck.
So I got in places where I feel like I cannot get any traction. The way I would feel about being stuck. You feel like you're just stuck in one place, stuck at one income, stuck at 30 transactions.
Well, there's so many of us that like year after year, we do the same. And if you're doing the same transactions like year after year, your business is dying.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So what happened to you, man?
Well, I got stuck I had hit my goals. Like I'd set this big bar, these big goals, and I hit that goal and I just got stuck and comfortable in that goal. And
complacency.
Complacency. And like for most of our personalities that get into a business for, no cap income and all that stuff, like it was great. I got kind of fat and happy and lazy.
Yeah.
But like it didn't lead to like me having purpose and me having happiness. And so it led to a road of just kind of like decline in my like mental health.
Sure.
With all that. And it was like, I just got stuck in this rut and everything was great. Everybody sees it as great from the outside, but you're stuck on the inside.
Right. And John talks about the drag. Explain that concept.
So at our last mastermind event, he had talked about, what's your number one drag? Like what's holding you back? What's holding you back from going for something new? What's holding you back from, basically just like what's holding you down? And I don't know, that number one question came up and I thought of another question with that. And it was like, what would John tell me I could do better? What would Kitchens tell me I could do better? And I was like, what's the one answer you wouldn't want to hear that would like make you feel bad? Right.
Right.
And so I thought, we
know it's all moved to EXP, but you don't know that, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing you. All right.
So what I answered the question for him and, from me. And what I basically said was like, I think Kitchens would say to me, hey, like what I think you could do better is when you show up to your coaching calls, have all the stuff done that you committed to, like the priorities.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Right. So I was like, because we talk about it, we meet a week later and I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like we just met.
Right.
And my time was so fragmented in between and I was rushing from this to that, to this to that. What happened is I get to my next call and I'm like looking like I'm crash coursing before my coaching appointment going, what did we talk about? What did we do?
Right.
So I can look like I know what I'm talking about. And so, when I answered that question for him, because he didn't know that answer, he might have said that, he might not have, but that was the most important thing for me. And I was like, I could complete the tasks to do that, my priorities.
Because the reality is, and we hear this constantly, and you felt this, the reality is that there's a finite amount of time and everybody has the same amount of time in the day. And yet some people get so much done, like exponentially more done than other people. And some people even get exponentially more done by like noon.
Yeah.
So when you realized that your time was so fragmented, I imagine that your second thought was like, I'm wasting so much time and I could be playing golf.
That's so right.
Yeah. So what happened? What did you do?
So my life hack here, so my business hack was I was like, what could I do to actually knock these priorities out, to like focus on these? And me and him talked about it. And what I really came up with is I could make this, I call it blocked action time, like 30 minutes a day, pick a time, 30 minutes a day where there's no business, no anything. Like I sit down and I just work on those priorities. I just have that blocked action time.
But how do you keep from being distracted? I mean, you have a team of like, what is it, 10, 11 people, whatever it is. You have a big team. You've got customers. I mean, you're doing hundreds of transactions a year. Like, what do you do as those distractions start coming in?
I go home.
Mm-hmm.
I find my like quiet space, like where I can work. Like I'm one of those that I don't work well at the office. I can work with others at the office really well. I can do my one-on-ones. I can chat with people, but like I've got to go find the space that I can be most efficient in.
Yes.
So that's my place at home. And where I would start from that to keep from getting distracted from all that, like I do what's called a brain dump to start. So like I'm going to brain dump
Ooh,
everything.
that's a
down.
good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say like Mondays are your brain dump day. Like you're going to dump everything on Monday, and then that's going to be your action time for the rest of the week. I'm doing it 4 days a week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
Minimum of 30 minutes. So I block 30 minutes to an hour. So it could run longer if you get like hot on an idea or something like that. But like, so I would do the brain dump. I'd prioritize each one of those, a 1, 2, or a 3. So a 1 is like, I have to do it and I have to do it now.
Okay.
2 is a delegate it, or I can do it later. And 3 is a trash it. So like you brain dump all that stuff out of your head that's fragmenting your time, fragmenting all the space around you. Because like we're all sitting there saying, we're so stressed, we're so busy. But like you look back at your week and you really didn't accomplish much.
Right. That's
how much
crazy.
did you really work, right?
Right. How long does the brain dump actually take?
I would say like 15 minutes tops.
Tops, right? Because I think like in our head, we think it's going to take forever. And then it doesn't, right? Okay. So you spend the first 10, 15 minutes brain dumping and categorizing 1, 2, and 3. Then what happens?
I would look at my number ones and I would say, what could I work on that would make the most impact? Like,
oh, good question.
Helpful. And like one was like, I need to work with my team. Like I've been out of the office. I've been vacationing. I've been doing these things. So I need to reschedule my one-on-ones with my team members. So I'll make sure I don't miss those.
Yeah.
Like that could be one.
That could be.
I had a bunch of them, but I would go through each one of those, prioritize your ones, and then any of your 2s you could delegate, but you can do all this during your 30 minutes to an hour. And basically you're just working down your list and trying to get it in order. So the way it should be in your head and your time.
There's something that happens when it's just in your, it is. And it's like, you're experiencing this. And I know this feeling well. It's like when it's in your head, it feels like it takes a long time and there's a lot of it. When you put it on paper,
there's not much. Like, hold on, let me just show you. Like that's how much I had, like in my entire head. It's not even that much.
That's not that much. And you got it done in like 30 minutes, man.
Right. So I've done it for 2 days for 30 minutes. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to find some more stuff to do. Like,
you can go play more golf.
I can play golf now. But like, I've got 30 minutes set aside tomorrow too. So like, but like I knocked out so much stuff in a short amount of time. And I'm like, how efficient could we be if we did this every day for 30 minutes?
So what would stop you from doing it?
Distractions, which we've talked about this before, but distractions, like just distractions from work, distractions from family, distractions from just playing.
Because there's like a competing concept, which is willpower, like something about willpower. It's not inevitable. It's not at your beck and call. Like willpower, like it ends, like you don't have it all the time. So that kind of comes into play when you're prioritizing, right? Correct. So what have you thought about setting up strategies for yourself to make it so that it's not a willpower thing, that it just gets done regardless?
So I've tried to set it up to where like it's best for me. I have kids, so the morning is not a good time. My morning is unpredictable, right? My lunch is pretty predictable. I eat lunch every day. Okay. I eat lunch and I go home.
Great.
Like, that's it. Like
you need a driver. You could do it in the drive time.
There you go. I could. So I could definitely do that and speed up and be more efficient. But yeah, just trying to find out when the best time of your day is to where like
the real best time, like in reality, the best time.
Yeah. For you, it might be night. For me, it might be lunch. For somebody, it might be the morning, Right. I mean, what is best for you for that time? And then I think back to Chet Holmes' Ultimate Sales Machine is like pig-headed discipline, like not just discipline, but like pig-headed discipline, that I'm not going to miss it no matter what,
Yeah. So. We all like to think that's true, but I like to set up bumpers. So like for me, I have like accountabilities around it. So it's like, I know that if I have nothing planned that night, that I'll just work until I get tired.
Right.
So I like to plan things. Well, one, because I like to go out and I
Right.
like to plan things. And so it's like, okay, well, if I know that I'm planning something, I try to make it like, for me, I like to push it and go earlier and earlier and earlier. So I can be like, I have to be done. And it always amazes me that the amount of stuff that I get done when I'm earlier is like exponentially more than if I just like worked until I was tired.
That's why they say a deadline is so important, right?
Right.
Because like you use the amount of time you're given. So you're
Yeah.
given 12
It
hours,
fills
you'll use
up.
12 hours.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's not like you get more done and you think you do. I don't know. We're all crazy. We're insane. I like it. That's a really good concept. I'm glad you shared that with us. Did you have any final thoughts or parting wisdom?
Not particularly. Just I just say I thought about this today, and it was you could be in a room training people, and say 100 people were in that room, and you could tell them how to make $1 million, and only 5% of people actually put it into action.
I can't believe it's that high.
That's the rule is 5%.
Okay.
So I think like we constantly hear things that change our lives, make our lives better, make our lives different, but only 5% of people take action. So I say like, and I was saying this to my team this morning, like only 5% of you are going to take action. Even though I tell you this is a hack and it will increase your business and change your life, only like one of you is going to actually do it.
Right.
So yeah. I think who's going to do it, right?
Well, I hope it's you. I hope it's you. Yes. So
I'm doing it.
So. Set up the 30 minutes, do the brain dump, prioritize. That's the one thing. That's it.
And then block the time.
Yep. Get it done every day. It is kind of better. There is a hack about doing it at the same time every day, because then your brain gets used to it and it frees up the rest of the day. But I mean, maybe that's step 2. Let's just step 1 it for now.
I will tell you though, I feel better about myself when I complete things like that too. I feel more confident. Sure. I feel happier. Like I feel like I can go play golf and feel good about playing golf instead of like feeling guilty for playing golf.
Yeah. What's your handicap? I don't actually know what that means, but isn't that a question you ask each other?
It's like 10.
Is that good, Brad?
It means like you shoot 10 over on 18.
I mean, so that like sounds really good. Is that good?
It's not bad.
My putt height handicap is like 10. No, just kidding.
I mean, it's decent. So like, you know, that's probably a little below average, above average, whatever. So
okay.
Average, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Well, good job. Congratulations. And I know that you're always growing your team. I know you're open to referrals in Oklahoma. What is the best way to get a hold of you or get into your world? Ask you questions, do whatever.
Absolutely. I am an open book. So if anybody ever wants to know anything, you can call me. Phone number, call me, text me 405-875-5497, or you can email me at kyledavishomes@gmail.com.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you being on. I think for a challenge for people is give Kyle a text or message me and let me know that you're doing this. And the challenge would be do it for 5 days straight.
And tell me what happens.
And let us know what happens. Guaranteed. I mean, guarantee it's going to change your life, right?
100% guaranteed. In 2 days, it's changed my life. Just doing it 2 times, you know, getting back to it. So
you do it 5 times. And if it doesn't change your life, I'll give you a lottery ticket. How about that?
There you go.
All right. Thanks for being on, Kyle.
All right. Absolutely. Anytime.
Yeah. What we need right now is a source for great leads. And I found it. It is called Pipeline Pro Tools. So about 90 days ago, I booked a demo with them. And in that demo, we reverse engineered my business. We figured out how many leads we needed to get in order to get to the closings that we want. And they gave me a playbook to use in order to get that. So I've been using it for 90 days. We've gotten 12 qualified leads, and about half of them are already under contract or closed, which is great. And it is right now my #1 source for my best leads that I'm getting. I love this thing. I'm about to ramp up the number of leads that I get with them as well. So, and you might think it's expensive, and it's not. So I was looking for something that's very inexpensive, like affordable to everyone, but also generated great leads. We don't want crap leads. So what you do in order to get this, because I called them and I wanted to partner with them because I was like, this is exactly what our audience has been looking for. So they set up something specific just for us, just for Fight Club listeners. So you would go to pipelineprotools.com/Fight Club. and then you go to the demo, and the demo will show you how many leads you need in order to get the number of closings that you want to get. And then they will give you the playbook that I'm using, my number one playbook for getting leads. And then you can use it too, and we can have happy closings. So go to pipelineprotools.com/fight club, book and go to the demo and get all the leads. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a podcast.